Hi everyone, welcome to our Jahangir tutorials class of corporate and management accounts. We had already started our issue of shares chapter, okay, which is chapter number 3 in your module if you see. So we had already begun with issue of shares and I had given you all various different examples explaining each concept in issue of shares. Now we will go a little bit further. We will try to solve a few more sums in which we have calls in arrears, we have reissue for feature. Okay. So the basic issue of shares is already there. I have already posted the recordings also. So anybody who have missed it, you all can go ahead and check the recordings as well. Okay. So you all will get the basic idea of how the journal entry is passed and what should be the amount of in the MCQs if they happen to ask you what is the amount about for feature amount or the capital reserve amount, you'll be able to fairly solve that. Okay, so let's begin with the other sums. Okay, I'm sharing my screen with you all. All right, I hope you all can see. The screen is visible to you all, right? Okay. All right. Now I have already finished with question number 1 and question number 2. Okay. I had given you all question number 1 as a homework, and question number 2 we had solved that sum. Okay. The solved answers are also available with you all. Now question number 3. Okay. This is a little advanced question which will have us calls and arrears and then the forfeiture of those shares. Hindustan Chemicals had an authorized share capital of rupees 10 lakhs. Authorized share capital is that capital with which the company is registered. Okay. That is divided into 10,000 shares of rupees 100 each. So, barabar hai na? 10,000 into 100, 10 lakhs. Out of which 7,500 shares they issued it to the public for subscription. The terms of issue are rupees 20 per share, it was payable on application, rupees 20 on allotment, 30 on first call, and 30 on the second call. So there is no issue on premium. Okay, this issue is at par because if you add 20, 20, 30, 30, it will come to 100. All the amounts were duly received except the following. Now there is Mr. Madhavan. He was holding 30 shares on which allotment money and amount due on first and second call are in arrears. Means Mr. Madhavan paid only application money, after which he is not paying anything. From Abhijit, he was holding 20 shares on which first and second call were in arrears. And from Amitabh, he was holding 10 shares on which only second call money was in arrears. The directors forfeited the shares held by Madhavan, Abhijit, and Amitabh. Obviously, they are not paying money, so they will forfeit the shares, and then the company reissued the same to Chandra Prakash on the following terms. Madhavan's shares were issued at rupees 90 per share. Abhijit's shares were reissued at rupees 70 per share, and Amitabh's shares were reissued at rupees 50 per share. Give the journal entries assuming Chandra Prakash has paid the whole amount due from him. Okay, so पहले तो we will just write the given. Okay, I have solved this. So in the given in the books of Hindustan Chemicals Limited, okay, how many shares? There are 10,000 shares of rupees 100 each, but only 7,500 shares I have removed for the issue. Okay, 7,500 shares I'm giving to public in on application 20, allotment 20, first call I'm collecting 30 and final call 30 rupees. Okay, so we do stage wise. We will start with the application stage, 2 journal entries in the application stage, the receipt and then the transfer. So the receipt will be bank account, debit, I'm going to get 20 rupees on my 7,500 shares. That will be 1,50,000. To share application, 1,50,000. There is no problem only at the application stage. Okay, everything is starting with the share allotment. Then transfer entry, share application, account debit, 1,50,000 to equity share capital. In case you all have taken a print of this, you all can just rewrite over it because it is not very clear. Okay. Now coming to the allotment stage. Now when I come to the allotment stage, I'll first do the transfer and then the receipt. Okay, so transfer will have no problem. Transfer, there is no share premium also. So share allotment, account debit. Again, I'm collecting 20 rupees on my 7,500 shares, 1,50,000 to equity share capital, 1,50,000. Okay, but in my question, they have given me Mr. Madhavan, he was holding 30 shares. He did not pay me my allotment money. So I have to be careful. In my receipt entry, I will have calls in arrears to be recorded. So transfer is done of the allotment stage. Now on the receipt side, there will be bank account debit, calls in arrears account debit to share allotment. Share allotment 1,50,000, 7,500 into 20. Because share allotment amount is debited, that will be credited. But there is calls in arrears. Mr. Madhavan, he is having 30 shares. He did not pay me my allotment money, which is 20 rupees. 600 will be calls in arrears. So the balance will be my bank account. Am I clear with this journal entry? Any doubts you all have until now? Okay. Any doubts you all have until now? I can
No,
move
ma'am.
forward. Okay, fine.
No, ma'am.
So now both the stages are over. Okay, application stage is done, allotment stage is done. Now I come to my first call. Okay, now in the first call, first I will do the transfer. Okay, transfer. Share first call account debit to equity share capital, 7,500 shares pay, I have to take 30 rupees, 2,25,000. Okay, whenever I'll do the transfer, I'll do it at the full. When I will get the amount in the bank account, at that time I will come to know what will be the calls in arrears, right? So in the receipt now, I will have Mr. Madhavan's 30 shares as well as Abhijit's 20 shares. On the first call, there is arrears. So Madhavan K 30 plus 20 of Abhijit. Therefore, it is 50. On 50 shares, there is calls in arrears of 30 rupees on the first call. 2,23,500 will be the balance I'll receive in my bank account. Okay. So we have to be careful with the number of shares. All right. And similarly, now with the share final call, I will first transfer it at 30 rupees, 7,500 shares. But during the receipt, I have to be again careful. Why? Because 30 shares of Madhavan, now plus Abhijit 20 and plus Amitabh's 10 shares. Therefore, total 60 shares. 60 shares comes up as 30 plus 20 plus 10 of Amitabh. 60 shares, 30 rupees is on arrears, calls in arrears. So in the bank, I will get 2,23,200. Okay. To make it more clear, now since I have to forfeit this 60 shares and then again I have to reissue to Chandra Prakash, I have made this working note for you all. Okay. Mr. Madhavan, Mr. Abhijit, and Mr. Amitabh. Madhavan has 30 shares, Abhijit has 20, and Amitabh has applied for 10. Total 60 shares I have to forfeit. Okay, application allotment first call final call. I have written all the amounts and then see here I have put a tick. This is paid. Okay, and the cross is unpaid. So for Madhavan only application is paid, everything else is unpaid. Abhijit, he has paid the application allotment, first and final is unpaid. And Mr. Amitabh, he has paid until the first call and the final call is unpaid. So here 80 rupees is unpaid, 60 is unpaid for Abhijit, and 30 is unpaid for Amitabh. So now it will become very simple for me to find this, this journal entry. First is equity share capital account debit, since I'm going to cancel it. So equity share capital account debit, 60 shares, the value, nominal value is 100 face value. So I'll cancel it also at 100. To calls in arrears to share forfeiture. I have always told you calls in arrears is on the unpaid amount and share forfeiture is on the paid amount. So now we have three different people. So three different people have three different ways of calls in arrears. So I'll have to first find that out. Okay, so see, calls in arrears is unpaid amount. I have already solved this here. So 80 into 30 shares is unpaid. 60 into 20 shares is unpaid. And 30 into 10 is unpaid. So total is 3,900. If you want to cross check this 3,900, you will add this 1,800, add 1,800 plus 1,500 plus 600, you all get 3,900. Okay, so calls in arrears is 3,900 and share forfeiture is the amount paid. So on 30 shares, amount paid is only 20. On Abhijit's 20 shares, amount paid is only 40. And on Amitabh's share, amount paid is only 70. So 2,100 will be to share forfeiture account. Okay. Now this same thing, these shares are now reissued to Mr. Chandra Prakash. Okay. Now reissue of the shares at discount. Okay. So now they have told me that there is an additional information to this. They are reissuing to Chandra Prakash, but at different rate. Madhavan's 30 shares they gave at rupees 90. Abhijit's 20 shares at rupees 70 and Amitabh's 10 shares at rupees 50. So I'll have to calculate discount accordingly. Okay. So on 10 shares, on 30 shares is at rupees 90. So 10 rupees discount. 20 shares of Abhijit at rupees 70. So 30 rupees discount. And 10 shares of Mr. Amitabh at 50 rupees. So 50 rupees discount. Okay. So the value here, okay, the amount which I'm going to receive will be 2,700 plus 1,400 plus 500. It will be 4,600 I'll receive in my bank. Okay. So this 30 into 10 is 300. Okay, the discount. Then 30 into 20 is 600 and 50 into 10 is 500. So the discount on this shares, I will remove it from my share forfeiture account. Okay, so bank account debit 4,600, share forfeiture account debit 1,400 to equity share capital. I am issuing them as fully paid up. So it will be 60 shares into 100 rupees, 6,000. Okay, I have done the working note for the discount also so that you can get your share forfeiture amount. Now in my share forfeiture account, I had created 2,100 rupees was there and I have now used 1,400. Okay, so the balance 700, I will transfer it to capital reserve. This is very important. Okay, you will find your maximum MCQs based on this question, asking you what should be the amount transferred to capital reserve. So basically they are asking you the whole sum. Okay, so be very careful. This is the last step. Okay, share forfeiture account debit to capital reserve. Am I clear with this sum? Understood? Calls in arrears, reissue, forfeiture, everything थोड़ा और detail में. More clear with the concept? Okay, I'm moving to the next sum now. All right. Question number 4. Okay. The issued share capital of Kuber Limited consists of INR rupees 2 lakhs of equity shares, okay, of rupees 10 each fully paid up. The company offers new equity shares to its existing shareholders on right basis. Like if I have one share, they are giving me one share on right as a right issue. Okay, I have a right to buy it. Instead of going to other public, they are coming to the same shareholders. The equity shares of rupees 10 each being offered at a premium of 10, and they are payable as follows. On application, share capital पे 5 rupees, okay, and security premium 5 rupees मिल रहा है on application stage. So this 10 rupees premium, they are collecting it 5 rupees at application and 5 rupees at allotment. Okay, this is possible. This happens. Okay, all the shareholders accepted the offer except one shareholder who was holding 600 shares, paid the full offer price directly with the application amount, calls in advance. And another shareholder holding 400 shares, he failed to pay the allotment money and his shares were then subsequently forfeited. These forfeited shares were then reissued as fully paid up for rupees 8,000 in cash. Journalize the above mentioned transactions. Okay, so let's see question number 4. I have already solved with you all, no? Question number 7 the other day. Okay, you all can't hear me or you all don't want to reply? Question number 4, I am writing the given. 2 stages only, application stage and allotment stage. Simple. Okay. Face value of the share is rupees 10. And securities premium they are collecting is again rupees 10. So basically they have made the issue price 20 rupees. Okay, now this security premium they are collecting 5 rupees on application and 5 rupees on allotment. So I have just written these 2 stages, application stage, allotment stage, face value and security premium. 5 5 5 5 total 10 10. Okay, so first I start with my application stage. All right, now how many shares are there? 2 lakh shares. Okay, so 2 lakh shares in the bank account. I will get rupees 10 on my application stage now. 10 rupees I will get. Why? Because I'm collecting 5 on face value and 5 on securities premium. So 2 lakh into 10 plus there is one person who at the time of application itself he is paying me the entire amount. So that person is holding 600 shares. He is paying me the full offer price with the application amount. That means he is paying me my allotment money also now only. Okay, so I have to account for that because in the bank I'm going to get an additional amount. So application stage पे बराबर है 2 lakh shares, 2 lakh shares पे 10 rupees application. Okay, but I'm also having a calls in advance. There is this fellow who is having 600 shares. He's also paying me my other 10 rupees now. So 6,000 rupees in advance. Therefore, in bank, I'm going to get 20 lakh 6,000. Okay. No, I'm sorry. This is 20,000 shares. Huh? Rupees 2 lakhs of equity shares of rupees 10 each fully paid. 2 lakh divided by 10, 20,000. Okay. So this will be 20,000 shares into 10 plus 6,000. So it will be 2 lakh 6,000. Okay. Now I'll transfer this share application account debit 2 lakhs to equity share capital account 1 lakh to securities premium account 1 lakh. On 20,000, it is 20,000 only. 20,000, not 2 lakhs. Okay. So it will be 20,000 into 5 equity share capital and 20,000 into 5 on securities premium. Securities premium is always recorded separately. Okay, you cannot record it along with the equity share capital. So application stage is done. Now coming to the allotment stage. Now in case of allotment, I am again going to receive 20,000 shares pay 10 rupees. 5 on face value, 5 on premium. So equity share capital 5 and securities premium 5 rupees on 20,000. But okay, when I will be passing my receipt entry, transfer is okay. But in the receipt entry, two things have to be careful. One is calls in arrears and one is in advance. क्योंकि एडवांस में जिसने दे दिया he is not going to pay me again, and arrears is not going to pay me my allotment money only. So I have to be careful. So I'm explaining you this entry first. Okay, there is another way of writing that entry. So first, bank account debit. Okay, calls in arrears we always debit it. It is an expense for the company. Calls in advance is also like an expense for the company. Okay, why? Because generally on calls in advance, the company has to pay interest. This money is already received. So since I had credited here, I had credited calls in advance here, now I will have to debit it. Then only I'll get a nullifying effect. Okay, to share allotment. Share allotment 20,000 into 10. Calls in arrears, they have given me on 400 shares. So calls in arrears simple 400 into 10. I already know my calls in advance is 600 into 10. So my balance will be the bank account 1,99,000. Okay, it will be 1,99,000. Or else you can write bank account debit, calls in arrears account debit to share allotment. Now here in then share allotment, you will not write 2 lakhs. Okay, you will write 1 lakh and yes, you will write the lesser amount, because here you have already written, you have already accounted with the share allotment over here. So if in case I'm writing share allotment here 6,000, then obviously here also I'll have to minus it and write it. I will write 1,94,000. Okay, I will already account for that 6,000 and I will write it over here. Okay, so then in the bank account, you are going to write 1,90,000. From that 2 lakhs, you are not going to account for 6,000 again, and you are not receiving 4,000 because they are calls in arrears. Calls in arrears account debit 4,000 to share allotment account. So you can have the journal entry the way you want. In case you have written in the first journal entry share allotment, then again here also share allotment should reflect with this amount. But if you have written calls in advance, then you can use the other way of writing the same journal entry. Okay, so only this was their calls in errors and calls in advance का एक ही sum में था. That is what I wanted to explain. And now these 400 shares on which there is calls in arrears, they are being forfeited. So for the forfeited shares, okay, what has been paid? Application amount is being paid. Allotment is not paid. Okay, now when I'm not paying allotment money, I have to see whether securities premium is paid or unpaid. 5 rupees of securities premium is unpaid. I have told you also, whenever securities premium is unpaid, we have to record it in our share forfeiture entry. So now we will see how does this come. Okay, I'm going to forfeit 400 shares. Face value of the shares is 10 rupees. 400 into 10. Calls in arrears always on the total unpaid amount. How much is unpaid? 10 rupees allotment ke stage pe. So 4,000. Share forfeiture is the paid amount on the face value. So if I see how much is paid on the face value, it is only 5 rupees. Only 5 rupees is paid on my face value. That will be recorded in my share forfeiture. So share forfeiture account 5 rupees into 400, 2,000. This is because securities premium on the allotment stage is unpaid. Allotment stage pay security premium is unpaid. I will have to record it in my share forfeiture entry unpaid premium. If it is unpaid, it will always get recorded. If it was paid, it will not get recorded. Simple. Okay, so 5 rupees of premium unpaid into 400, that will be 2,000. So this is my share forfeiture entry. This is an important entry. Now this are reissued at rupees 8,000 cash. So bank account I will get 8,000. Equity share capital is 400 shares into 10 rupees face value. That means I have issued these shares, reissue have done at a premium. 4,000 extra is the premium. I have not used anything from my share forfeiture, nothing. Discount पे reissue हुआ ही नहीं. So this entire 2,000 I'll transfer it to capital reserve. All right. So I'm done with question number 4 as well. Okay. Now I'm moving to question number 6. It is a little big sum, but there is a little different concept now here in this question number 6. Okay. Now question number 6 says, XY Limited was formed with an authorized share capital of rupees 10 lakhs, which is divided into 10,000 shares of rupees 100 each. So now here the face value is 100. The issue shares are given as follows. 100 shares were issued to the promoters for the services they rendered. 900 shares were given to the vendors for the purchase of machinery. And 9,000 shares were then offered to the public for subscription. Application stage I collected 40, allotment 40, first call 20 and final call 20. Now allotment pe likha hai including premium. That means the issue was done at a premium. Okay. Issue was fully subscribed, full allotment was made to all the applicants. Arrears of the installment were as under. Allotment on 250 shares, first call on 750 shares and final call on 2000 shares. Company decided to forfeit these shares on which less than rupees 80 per share had been paid off on account of the share capital. Out of these forfeited shares, only 250 shares were reissued for rupees 35,000. Pass the necessary journal entries and prepare a balance sheet. Okay. Question number 6. Okay, in the books of XY Limited, the total capital is rupees 10 lakhs. 10,000 shares of rupees 100 each. 100 is the face value, or you can say the nominal value. Now, when the shares are issued to the promoter, we generally debit preliminary expenses account. So, I will debit that preliminary expense account debit. How many shares I am issuing? 100. Face value is 100. So, 10,000 to equity share capital 10,000. Then coming to plant and machinery. I bought the plant and machinery. Plant and machinery is going to come in. So, debit to vendor. I have to pay vendor rupees 90,000. But instead of paying him cash, I have given him equity share capital of 90,000. Okay. Because how did I come to know 90,000 is the value? Because they have already told me 900 shares were issued. So 900 into 100. So my plant and machinery's value, I am saying it is 90,000. Okay. But when it came to public, when 9,000 shares were issued to public, they were issued at a premium. Application, allotment, first call, final call. So here when I do the total, it is coming to 120. Face value is 100. That means premium amount is 20 rupees. Okay? They have given me some details about the calls in arrears. Calls in arrears on allotment stage 7,250 shares pe hai. First call, final call on 750 shares and final call 2000 shares. This is what is given to me. Okay. On allotment 250 shares, first call 750 shares and final call 2000 shares. So if you go to see, okay, ideally when I talk about 750 shares has calls in arrears on first call and final call means what? Obviously it includes this 250 shares. जिसने allotment नहीं दिया उसी ने first call भी नहीं दिया ना. So ideally it is again 50 shares and then this only 2000, it also includes 750 shares. So actually it is 1250 shares. Did you all get this? Anybody who is not understood? I'll explain it again. They are saying 250 shares pe calls in arrears mein allotment stage pe hai. Okay. Then 750 first call, final call. And 2000 shares pe only final call. So when I'm talking about this total shares, basically 750 shares includes this 250 shares on which allotment money was pending. 2000 shares includes this 750 shares on which for allotment as well as first call money was pending. Okay, now I have just written the amount 40 40 40 application pay. Allotment में 20 rupees plus 20 is premium, 20 plus 20, 20 plus 20. I'm writing the premium separately. First call, final call, first call, final call, first call, final call. ठीक है. Now on 250 shares, allotment stage से ही problem है. So basically amount paid is only 40. Only this is paid. Okay. Then they're saying for the 750 shares, application and allotment is done, but this too is not paid. Okay, so basically amount paid is how much? 40 rupees plus 20 rupees, 60 plus 20 rupees paid on premium अलग से. ठीक है. And on the last 2000 shares, they're saying 40 is paid. Allotment stage pay also this 40 is being paid, 20 plus 20. First call pay bhi amount is paid. Final call has a problem, it was not paid. So amount paid total will be 40 plus 20, 60 plus 20, 80. 80 plus 20 is paid. I'm writing premium separately. Why? Because they are telling me that company decided to forfeit only those shares on which less than rupees 80 per share has been paid on account of share capital. So if I will write it like this, then only I'll come to know which are those shares on which less than rupees 80 is being paid on account of share capital. So with this chart, I can easily come to know that these are the shares on which less than rupees 80 is paid on the share capital, because on this 1250 shares or 1250 shares पे तो total कितना आ रहा है, share capital पे 80 rupees आ रहा है. I'm not going to forfeit this shares. I'm going to forfeit the balance on which less than rupees 80 on share capital is received. So paid less than 80 on account of share capital is only this 250 plus 500 shares, 750 shares. These will be forfeited. Balance 1250 shares, on that already rupees 80 have been paid upon the share capital. Therefore, these will not be forfeited. Agar ye working note you have understood, then the entire sum remains the same. There is nothing which is like, new. Okay, so let's see the journal entries. Okay, so 750 shares were forfeited, but in the reissue also they are saying just reissue 250 shares. ठीक है. अभी तक हम जो भी कर रहे थे, until now what we were doing is the number of shares we forfeited, that many number of shares we were reissuing. In this case, we are not doing like that. We are forfeiting only 750 and we are going to reissue only 250. Balance 500 रहने दिया अपने. Okay, चलो let's begin. First, the application stage receipt, and then we'll do the transfer. How much I'm going to receipt on my application stage is, okay, 40 rupees, okay, on 9,000 shares. So 40 into 9,000, 3,60,000, and share application to equity share capital, 3,60,000. There is no problem at the application stage. Allotment, I have to be careful. There is 20 rupees premium. I'll record that separately. So the equity share capital will be at face value and this will be at the premium amount. 20 into 9,000, 20 into 9,000, 1,80,000, 1,80,000 to share allotment account debit. Now when I will receive it, at the receipt entry, there will be calls in arrears. Why? Because they've told me 250 shares, pay there is calls in arrears at the allotment stage. Okay, so bank account debit, calls in arrears account debit to share allotment will be 3,60,000, but calls in arrears will be 250 into 40. So the balance 3,50,000 I will have in my bank account. Then I come to the first call. I'll first do the transfer. Share first call account debit, 20 rupees I'm collecting on my first call, 9,000 shares, 1,80,000. And at the receipt, I know that there are calls in arrears on 750 shares. Okay, on the first call. So 750 into 20, 15,000. Share first call is 1,80,000. So 1,65,000 will be the balance in my bank account. Final call, again I'll do the transfer. Share final call, 20 rupees I'm collecting to equity share capital, 1,80,000. But calls in arrears in final call stage is on 2,000 shares. 250 plus 500, 750 plus 1,250. 2,000 shares per total. They have already given this detail to me. Okay, 2,000 shares per final call mein problem. So 2,000 into 20 is 40. So in the bank account, I'm going to receive only 1,40,000. Okay, so all the stages are complete. Now I'm going to forfeit my 750 shares only. So equity share capital account debit, 750 into 100, face value is 100. Calls in arrears कैसे पता चलेगा कितना आया calls in arrears? So calls in arrears on the first 250 shares, rupees 40. Sorry, on the first 250 shares, rupees 80 is unpaid. Let's just go back to my working note. On the first 250 shares, how much is unpaid total? Total unpaid is 80. 20 plus 20, 40 plus 40. 80 is unpaid. Okay. So calls in arrears. Total unpaid along with the securities premium. So total unpaid is 80 on 250 shares. And then on 500 shares, total unpaid is 40 rupees. Let's see that also. On my 500 shares, total unpaid is only 40 rupees. I have paid my application and allotment. Okay. So 500 into 40. So 20,000 plus 20,000, that will be 40,000. Okay. So calls in arrears 40. Share forfeiture is the amount paid on the face value. On 250 shares, I have paid my application money 40. And on the 500 shares, I have paid rupees 60 on my face value. How? Let's check. I have paid rupees 60 only on my face value. This 40 plus this 20. I cannot count this premium. Face value पे कितना paid है वही share forfeiture है. Okay. So here rupees 60 into 500, 30,000. So 40,000 shares. Okay. So 40,000 will be my share forfeiture. Now there is an unpaid securities premium on my 250 shares because my 250 shares just paid me my application money. Allotment stage पे पैसा ही नहीं दिया. Allotment stage पे there was 20 rupees premium to be collected. This is not been paid. So that will get reflected here. Unpaid securities premium. So 250, 20 rupees is my premium which was unpaid. So 5,000 rupees securities premium account. Okay. So equity share capital account debit 75,000. Security premium which is unpaid on 250 shares at rupees 25,000. Calls in arrears 40 and share forfeiture is 40. Okay. Now despite I have forfeited 750, I did not reissue 750. I reissued only 250 shares. Okay. And I got 35,000 in my bank account. So bank account debit 35,000. Equity share capital will be how much? Equity share capital is always at face value. So 215, 200. That means this extra 10,000 is my premium again. Okay, so I did not use also my share forfeiture. So now I have to transfer it. I have to transfer the share forfeiture to capital reserve. But, okay, we have not reissued all the forfeited shares. Very important note I've written over here. I have not reissued all the forfeited shares. I am still having 500 shares with me. Kabhi na kabhi I have to reissue it. If in case at that time I have to reissue at discount, from where will I remove that discount? If I'll transfer and close my share forfeiture today, and tomorrow if I want to reissue, what will I do? I cannot use that entire share forfeiture and transfer it capital reserve and close my share forfeiture. No, I have to show my share forfeiture in my balance sheet. बिकॉज 500 शेयर्स आर स्टिल लेफ्ट. forfeit करके पड़े हैं अभी भी मेरे पास, री इश्यू नहीं हुआ उसको. ओके, देयरफॉर we cannot transfer full rupees 40,000 of the share forfeiture to capital reserve. We have to see a pro rata. Also we have reissued at a premium, and not at discount, yani full amount is not used only, therefore we have not used only share for feature. Okay, for 250 shares, therefore take pro rata. Pro rata kaise karenge? Say suppose, okay, when I had forfeited 750 shares, at that time I generated 40,000 in my share for feature account. When I forfeited 750 शेयर्स फॉरफीट किया, तभी शेयर फॉरफीचर में 40,000 जनरेट हुआ. से सपोज मैं सिर्फ 250 फॉरफीट करते, ओनली 250, जितना री इशू किया है उतना ही फॉरफीट इफ आई वुड हैव डन, सो देन हाउ मच शेयर फॉरफीचर आई वुड हैव जनरेटेड? 13,333. You have to cross multiply 40,000 into 750 divide by 250. That will come to 13,333. Out of that, if I have used anything, minus the used amount, which is nil, I have not used anything, then the balance you will transfer it to capital reserve. Since I have not used anything, this entire 13,333 I'll transfer it to capital reserve. Okay, so there was this one new thing in this sum, that the number of shares which are forfeited, if that number of shares are not reissued, you cannot transfer the whole share forfeiture to capital reserve. You have to take a pro rata. Pro rata is very simple. When I forfeited 750, I got share forfeiture as 40. So in case I would have forfeited only 250, jitna reissue karna hai, utna hi forfeit if I would have done. So I would have generated how much amount? Okay, so share forfeiture account debit to capital reserve will be 13,333. That is because I have not used also anything. If in case I would have used it, then from 13,333 I would have subtracted the used amount. All right. Okay. Is that clear? Question number 6. They have told me to make one small abridged balance sheet just to show you that whenever we make balance sheet for companies, we make it in vertical format. We do not use that 2T format. Okay. Balance, liabilities and assets. ऐसे नहीं होता है. ये just to show you that in the share capital, we will have 9,60,000 as my share capital. Then I have my reserves and surplus also, which will be there, 1,98,333. Now, from where did I get all this? And plant and machinery we had bought 90,000. Okay, now see this. Equity share capital authorized is 10,000 into 100. We always have to write 10 lakhs. But issued is how much? Promoter को I gave 100 shares, vendor को I gave 900 shares. So वहाँ पे total हो गया. Okay, then I have some calls in arrears. Calls in arrears total is 65,000. Okay, then I also have share forfeiture. Okay, 250 into 100, 25,000. And public issue is 90,000 into 100, which is again 9 lakhs. So this is going to calls in arrears we will subtract, but issue plus share forfeiture we will add. That will be 8,60,000. So total will be 9,60,000. And in my securities premium, I have 1,80,000 plus 10,000 minus 5,000, 1,85,000, and capital reserve, which I just got it at the end, 1,98,333. This is just for your, just an outlook. I have given you all this balance sheet. Nothing you all have to do with this. You all will understand the balance sheet and everything when we will do chapter number 2, which is final accounts. Okay, this is just to give a heads on that क्या है, कितना शेयर कैपिटल. देखो शेयर फॉर फीचर यहाँ पे रिकॉर्ड होता है. Okay, not share for feature, sorry, reissue. I have recorded the reissue. The reissued shares, 250 shares of ₹100 each. Okay, and that was at a premium of 10,000, so that 10,000 is also reflected here. Okay, all right. Can I move to the next sum? Okay, sure. Now Enjoy Limited. Enjoy Limited allotted 10,000 shares to the applicants for 14,000 shares on pro rata basis. Okay. The amounts payable is rupees 2 on application, rupees 5 on allotment, which is including a premium of 2 rupees, rupees 3 on first call, and rupees 2 on final call. Vikas was holding 300 shares. He failed to pay the first call and final call on his shares. All the shares were forfeited, and out of them, 900 shares were reissued. Sorry, out of them, 200 shares were reissued at rupees 9 per share. Give the accounting treatment and show the amount which will be there in the capital reserve. Okay, now this sum will be a homework sum, but I will just explain you one small thing here. Okay, see, with an example, say suppose a company, okay, issues to public, means I'm removing an issue, company is removing an issue of 1000 shares total. कंपनी के पास 1000 शेयर्स हैं टोटल लोगों को देने के लिए, ठीक है, 1000 टोटल शेयर्स, एंड नंबर ऑफ शेयर्स अप्लाइड और सब्सक्राइब्ड, okay, comes to 1000. So I will say my issue, company's issue is fully subscribed. Huh? But say if I had removed 1000, okay, and the number of subscriptions or applications which I received, okay, came off only 700. Okay, first thing, as per Company Act 2013, you need to have a minimum subscription of 90%. So minimum subscription according to our example should be 900 shares. If you do not get this minimum subscription, you're supposed to refund everything. Okay, that is why now people have started appointing underwriters. Underwriters का काम क्या है कि भाई अगर पब्लिक तुम्हारा शेयर्स नहीं लेगा तो we will underwrite it. Okay, they are registered intermediary with the SEBI. Okay, so they will take your shares, take your the company shares so that the issue does not fail. Okay, and for that work they get commission. Then those shares they sell it in the open market. Okay, so underwriters का काम ही यही है, to purchase shares, from those companies who are facing a problem with under issue. So this is known as undersubscribed. Undersubscribed. ठीक है. And the last thing, I had 1000 shares issued, but subscriptions or applications which I received came to 1400. This is known as oversubscription. अभी simple बात है, in the class there are only 1000 seats available. How will I adjust 1400? Simple, no? So either I have a choice. I either refund this 400 totally, refund them. I don't have only to give you a seat. Okay, in college there is no seats available. 400 ka rejection, cancel. I refund them the application money, saying sorry, the issue is oversubscribed. Or I do a pro rata. Pro rata means what? Say in case you have applied for 5, company will allot only 3, so that we are able to give shares to everyone who has applied. ठीक है ना? So in case you have applied for 5, I will allot only 3 to you. Okay, so that is known as adjustment. Okay, whenever there is an oversubscription. But in this sum, there is nothing like that. The allotted shares are 10,000. Application was received for 14,000. Okay, so basically ये जो 4,000 है वो extra है. You have to return them. Nothing is mentioned. No, have they told you that pro rata पे adjust करो? Adjustment कुछ नहीं है. Shares on a pro rata basis, but there is no adjustment detail given to me that by for 5 shares I gave them 3, or for 10 shares I gave them 5. Nothing is given to me. Okay, so it's a simple sum. It is just written this way. What you have to do is in this sum is I'll just take you all through, and then you all can solve it by yourself. Okay. In the books of Enjoy Limited, applications was received for 14,000. Allotment was done on 10,000 shares. So for 10,000 shares, you have application pe 2 rupees. On allotment, we have 3 plus 2 premium pe hai. First call and final call. So whenever you all will do your application stage, receipt and transfer, Okay, you have to be careful. Receipt will be on 14,000. You have received applications on 14,000. So the bank account debit 14,000 into 2 to share application. But when I will transfer this, I have only 10,000 seats. I cannot transfer 14. So share application account debit. Equity share capital will be only on 10,000. So this balance 4,000 is the I'm refunding it. Okay, to bank, or else I can write to allotment. If you do not refund it and you are adjusting it with the allotment stage, you can write to allotment account 8,000 rupees. Okay, so this is what is a change in this sum. Bank account debit 14,000 applications पे मुझे पैसा मिला है to share application. But equity share capital, I can give only 10,000 seats. So I will write recorded also at 10,000. So this extra money which I have received on 4,000 shares, 8,000 rupees, either I refund it, so I'll write it to bank, or if they are saying adjustment karo allotment stage ke sath, so I'll write to allotment. If not, refunded and adjust. Okay. Then how the share allotment stage will appear? So in share allotment account transfer pay, I am going to get 5 rupees, 3 plus 2 premium is there, right, on 10,000 shares. So 3 rupees equity share capital, 2 rupees premium. And in the allotment stage, I am not going to get total for 50,000. I'll get only 42,000 if I'm adjusting that extra 8,000. So 50,000 in minus 8 to share allotment account. There are two ways of passing. Either you refund it. If you're refunding it, you write to bank. If you're adjusting with the allotment stage, then at the allotment stage, you will record it at 42,000 and not total 50. Okay. Then in the first call 3 rupees into 10,000 to equity share capital. There is a calls in arrears on 300 shares. He's not paying. Okay. There is Mr. Vikas. He failed to pay me my first call and final call. So on my first call, 300 into 3, 900. So balance bank to first share. Then share final call account debit to equity share capital. Similarly, again, calls and arrears are there. So the balance I will get in my bank account. These shares are forfeited. Okay. So I have already paid my application allotment. First call and final call is unpaid. So securities premium is paid. So it will not get recorded in the share forfeiture. Okay. So total यहाँ पे तो एकदम simple है. Then equity share capital account debit 300 shares into 10 calls in arrears to share forfeiture. Calls in arrears is the unpaid amount. This is the paid amount on share capital. I've already done this with you all. Okay. Then I have reissued this share at rupees 9. That means I'm giving 1 rupees as a discount. That I will use it from my share forfeiture. Now I have to transfer this share forfeiture to capital reserve. The same thing, same concept. 300 shares were forfeited, but reissued only 200. So I have to remove a pro rata year also. When I share forfeited 300, amount created was 1500. So if I would have forfeited only 200 shares, how much amount would I have created in share forfeiture? 1000. From 1000, I have used this rupees 200. So 800, I'll transfer it to capital reserve. Okay. Am I clear? So basically with this, I finish my issue of shares chapter. Okay. Totally. Now, yes, so you can just practice this big sums which are there. You can practice this. This will help you out in solving your MCQs also. Okay, so refer to my first two videos which I had given an introduction on, accounts and then issue of shares, and then solve these sums. All right. Okay, thank you so much.